Hello everybody and welcome back to the Cinema in Space. I'm Dolby. Nice to meet you. Today I'm going to be reviewing the film, just came out, a new horror film. It's called You're Next. This is a movie I've been looking forward to for a while. I knew about it for a long time. Information came out about it back in, I think it was early 2012, even though it was made in 2011 and shown at a few film festivals. But finally got a wide release here in the States, and this is my review for it. I saw the 10 o'clock showing on Thursday, and I gotta say, I liked it a lot. It had a lot of really good suspense. I really like that about it. But let me get you to the plot. The plot is it's your standard home invasion thriller where a group of family and friends show up to this one house, and these people in masks attack them, similar to movies like The Strangers and Straw Dogs, stuff like that. I haven't seen The Strangers or Straw Dogs. In fact, I haven't seen a lot of home invasion movies. I saw The Purge early this year, which I really did enjoy, but this one is better, and I'll explain to you why. It's because this movie doesn't take itself seriously. Now, if you look up this movie anywhere, it's going to classify it as a horror film. I do not see it as a horror film. I actually see it as more of a pitch black comedy, and let me tell you why. It's because in the movie, there's a girl in it, and she is hardcore, and she is hardcore from start to finish, and it's not like in most movies where everyone just gets killed off and no one really defends themselves. I mean, characters normally do try and defend themselves, but they suck at it. In this one, everyone does die, but the one girl doesn't go down without swinging. I mean, she knows what she's doing. She actually knows how to fight. She knows how to handle herself. She knows how to set up traps, and it's great to see that finally put in the movie. I'd like to see them do more of that, just not to the point of where it gets kind of, overdone. The acting, it's hammy. It's not that great. But like I said, I think it's more because the movie's trying to be self-aware. It's trying to be a pitch black grindhouse comedy type of movie where even critics are saying that it's really scary. It's scary. It's suspenseful. It's not scary. There's a difference. The characters, you don't care that they can't really act that well. You don't care that these people are a bunch of nobodies that the director got off of the street, because you're just watching them to die. That's why you're watching this movie. You just want to see the people die. And if you're going into this movie expecting like high-class acting, some Shakespearean Broadway person, you're going to the wrong movie. And it makes it fun. And even though some of the kills are predictable, which they are, especially in this one scene where I'm just like, well, it's not that like how she dies was predictable. It's that you knew this person was going to die. I'm just like, she's either going to die. She's going to die when this happens. I know somehow she is going to die. And unless you're an idiot, and you're an idiot or you just don't watch a lot of horror movies to not know that this person is going to die. In which case you need to see more horror movies. Maybe if you don't watch a lot of horror movies, you might find this scary, but since I've watched horror movies since I was in school, I find it more as a pitch black, dark comedy type of movie, and I feel as though that's what he wanted, what the director wanted. I haven't seen his other movie, which is called A Horror Boy to Die, even though that's getting pretty good reviews too. And yeah, this movie's been getting great reviews. I'm surprised. The Purge didn't get that great of reviews. I'm not sure why, because they're basically the same type of movie. Maybe I think it was because with The Purge, it had such a great idea, but all they did was a home invasion thriller, which isn't a bad thing. If they wanted, because that movie had like a budget of like $10 million. So on that type of a budget, that's just what you make, and with that type of plot, you can actually expand the universe a bit. And they certainly make a sequel to The Purge, which I will see. And the reason why I didn't review The Purge was because there's really not much to talk about with The Purge. Once it was out, it was just like, okay, it's a home invasion movie. But with this one, I feel like it was because of that, twist with the girl who actually could defend herself. That made it even better, because you don't really see that much in movies. I mean, you get the occasional hardcore girl in horror films, but she's just hardcore because at the end of the movie the script says she has to be hardcore. But in this one, she's hardcore from start to finish, and you actually get in a moment in the movie where she explains why she gets so good at what she does. And it's great, and the girl's also very attractive. She has a very sexy Australian accent, which I liked. All the females in this movie are really attractive in some weird way, and I'm not gonna lie, even the guys in the masks are creepy. They didn't scare me, but they did have a sense of creepiness about them. Even though, one thing I do have to say about the movie is, I liked it all the way through up until the end. Both the twist at the end and the last second of the movie angered me. But at the very end, that's when I knew for certain that they were going for more of a dark comedy feel to it, not a pure straight horror film. And if you see this movie, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. That type of ending you do not put in a movie unless you're trying to be sillier with it. And if your movie is trying to be straightforward, you don't end a movie like that. Like with the last frame of that movie being that. It actually kind of angered me that they ended it like that, but I also didn't really care, because I had fun. And if you don't have fun during a movie, then you shouldn't be going to the movies anyway, because that's why you go to movies. If the movie's not letting you have fun, then the movie failed. Like The Godfather, a great movie. Even though it's not technically fun, it's still a good movie to watch. Like, movies don't necessarily have to be fun in order to enjoy them, but you have to enjoy them, and they have to entertain you. They have to get you invested somehow. And it's unfortunate when movies fail, but this movie doesn't fail at entertaining the audience. I went by myself, even though people I knew were there, which was nice to see. And there were people in the back behind me who were just like, there's this one scene where the girl's like beating the crap out of one of the killers, and I just heard this lady in the background go, "Yeah, you go, girl," and I started dying because that is funny. And it's nice to have other people enjoy a movie at a cinema with you. I mean, they're not just talking through the movie; they're like having fun with the movie, which is different than talking through a movie. And I'm happy that I can say that this movie is a lot of fun. If you're a fan of horror, if you're a fan of dark comedies, if you're a fan of splatter, you'll like this movie. One major complaint though I have about it is there's a lot of shaky cam, which got on my nerves. I'm not going to lie, it was very much a shame that they had to use that much shaky cam in this movie. And especially since it's in such close area, it'd be like a fight scene happening in my bathroom or whatever. And the camera's shaking all around, which I'm guessing if they would have set it on a tripod, maybe someone might have knocked it over because they are in very close quarters, but I do wish they would have handled that better. And another way I can say that this is a dark comedy is that I think it's the second to last or third to last kill in the movie, it's very silly. You have to see it to understand what I'm saying. When someone uses a certain tool to kill somebody, and there are moments where it does take itself seriously, but you can't take it seriously because the acting's not that great anyway. But other than that, it's having fun with itself. It knows what it is. It knows it's just a schlocky grindhouse film. It knows it's not perfect, and I loved this movie for that reason. Even though I do wish the ending would have been more straightforward, not as, like that, when a movie just kind of ends. I wish that they would have handled that better, but you can't, nothing's 100% perfect. And this movie, for the most part, it was a great movie. Definitely, probably going to wind up in my top 10 of the year. Whether or not I like it more than The Purge in terms of movies like this, it's hard to say, because I really did like The Purge a lot more than other people did. The Purge did have better acting than this one because, well, in that one they hired more talented actors like Lena Headey, Ethan Hawke, all that stuff, legitimate actors. This one just had a bunch of, people that no one has ever really heard of before. So the fact that they couldn't act really isn't a bad thing. This could have been their first or second movie. And I know another one of the actresses was in A Horrible Way to Die. So maybe these people just have a connection with the director. And I do hope this guy makes more movies because I really did enjoy this, and I definitely will check out A Horrible Way to Die. Anyways, I give this movie 4.5 out of 5 stars. The only thing I wish they fixed was the ending and some of the camera segments. But it is a blast. It's hilarious. And I really do hope you guys enjoy it, and see it if you can. Catch you later.